Hey everybody, welcome to Big E's Auto. I'm Big E. So today we're going to try replacing your AC control unit in a C4. I actually broke the temperature control, the arm. So I've replaced it because that's one of the reasons. I'm still chasing down why I don't have multiple fan speeds. I only have low. One of the reasons could be that the rheostat that's on here, on your switch, could be bad. I mean, these cars are how old? So that's a possibility. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start with pulling this apart, and we're going to, I already have it loose, so you're going to want to take this off, obviously. You're also going to want, and then at that point we can pull this apart as well, carefully. Actually, I don't think I'm probably gonna have to take the driver center bezel off yet, because I don't think this is gonna sneak out that well. Actually, it may. I hope it makes a lighter. Okay, so we can at least get to here. And it looks like we're going to need about a 7 or 8 millimeter socket. I don't know which yet till I actually get it. But I got to run and get that. And I think with that, we should be able to get that out of there. But let me go ahead and get tools and see what size socket I need. I think I'm going to pull that driver's side bezel off anyway, just to be on the safe side. Because again, the age of these cars, and it's plastic, and with it being how old, could be brittle, and it might not. And all you need is one wrong move, and it'll break. Now it's no good. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take that off as well, and we're gonna see if we can get this unit swapped out and get the one that I got in there. All right. So let me go do that, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I got some tools. I got the metal panel off. You can see here, not real good angle here with the camera. I'll have to see if I can move it, but we got the driver's side bezel off. So basically the whole front dash is off of the car. If you have a manual, pull your shifter handle back so you have room to work on that. You have enough room. You're going to need a 7 millimeter socket. I'm going to move the camera here so that way you guys have a better view here. So bear with me while I move the camera. Alright guys, hopefully this helps you see better. So we're going to take these out as I drop my sockets, and we're going to do this here. Should hopefully only be 2 bolts. So we'll see. We can get this out carefully. Try to be careful not to drop anything here. So there's one. Might not be a. Yep, I dropped it in between. Might not be a bad idea to have a magnet handy to grab these. And I always like to put them there. I don't think I'm going to get it with the screwdriver to dig it out. I think I'm just going to end up making it worse. Alright, let me go grab my magnet. And then this thing, it looks like we'll have to see if that's going to come out. I might have to take this out yet. Not 100% sure. Let me go get a magnet. I'll be right back. Alright, as luck would have it, I have to take this out, which means I have to take the shifter apart. So we got to take the ball off. There's a spring. And then you also have your reverse lever that comes out. So At this point, as usual, I don't have the tool. Because there's 2 screws here. There's actually 4 screws that hold your climate control deal in there. So we have to remove this so we can get to that. So let me get a Torx bit and we'll see if we can get this apart. Alright guys, so we have this at least loose. Try and see if I can get this out of the way. We're going to get these bottom screws here. Alright. Almost, we got them loose. There's one. There's 2. So now all 4 of those screws are out. And this should be able to... We're stuck on something. So we're gonna see if we can take a look at what's happening here and go from there. And I found some other issues I need to obviously take care of. So I'm going to check some other stuff, make sure that the lighting works. Might have to do some more wiring here. Obviously got to fix some stuff in the meantime while I'm in here. And I'm finding other treasures that were in here from when I bought the car that I didn't know about. So we're going to have to take care of that. So I'm going to go, so basically what you would do is disconnect this stuff and it should come out. I don't know why it's not coming out, but it isn't. So I'm going to take a look into that, and then when I get it apart, I'll show you guys what to do there, how to put the other one in, and I'm swapping in there. And hopefully we get this, start getting this back together. Alright guys, it's Biggie. So I'm going to explain here a little bit, because I have an issue here. These lights aren't lighting up, so I got to find that out. I got to trace these wires. What I want to go over is you have a bottom set of vacuum lines here, and then you have a conglomerate here on this round dowel here. Okay, and on the back side of this thing are these locking like washer type things. So what I'm gonna do here, I gotta try and figure out how to get those off, because that's what's keeping it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 5 or 6 vacuum lines here that go to this. So I gotta get a needle nose and like pull these off of here, so that way I can get these vacuum lines on. Then I gotta find a wire to power those the lights for the dash. So I gotta troubleshoot that. When I do that, then we're gonna go ahead and put this back together. Alright guys, lucky for us it was an easy fix. We got the lights working. I don't know if you can see that. Of course it's going to go out. We got it working here. I got to figure out if it's a bad connection, what's going on, or if I need to just change the sockets. They were working, so we'll see. Alright guys, so we're back here. Believe it or not, in that little bit of time, just that little bit blew that bulb out. So I found the bulb. So if you're working on this and you're putting a new climate control in and your bulbs are blowing out, I got Sylvania Long Life number 73 works. Okay? So if you're doing this and that happens, which could very well, I mean, these bulbs are how old, the Sylvania 73 fits right in there and it works well. Now, the other thing I did too, I cleaned up some wiring I did. It looked terrible, so I vacuumed this out. I zip tied this wiring up. So now, for the hard part, is going to be reassembling the control unit here. So, I have the one I'm going to be replacing it with. So now I got the lock disc there. So what we want to do, and that's going to be hard for me to get into position here. We got the cable. We got that piece there. The cable, I think, might be the hardest. It's hard to know which one to start on here because there's just so much going on here. So we'll start at the bottom. We'll do the, I'm going to get the cable here on first, on the bottom. So that snaps into the backside here. You push that in. And then the cable itself, you're going to try and, I probably should have done that first. Live and learn. Actually, I can't get it to line up here. There, actually went on. So then once you get that on, that circle on the stud piece here, take your seal disc and you're going to push that on so it locks that in place so that doesn't slide off. Okay, now the next thing I would do is dig in here and get that lower set of vacuum hoses. It looks like a black and a gray. So we're going to go ahead and this is really hard to do. Everything's all jammed in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to plug that in on the bottom here. And there is like a tab there. So we have that plugged in. Then we have to watch because we got, that's not, of course, these wires here keep going to the bottom. So now we have our cluster. Okay, we have to get on next. So we're gonna put that on next. Hopefully not stuck on something. All right. They really don't make this easy. And especially when everything else is getting in the way. And we'll wiggle that on. And that also has a lock on it. Of course, it slips off. So we'll put that on again. Hopefully this time it stays on. Good Lord. probably be the hardest part, is getting your hand in there and all that there, and then getting that lock disc on. Now, we have that on there. Now is a good time again to go over your wires, because once again, wires are moving around and at the wrong spot. So, make sure that these are up top. That's where they need to be, up top. So we got our vacuum on, we got our temperature adjust on, blower vacuum hoses are on. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our electrical connectors on, and the main one, and we'll go ahead and bolt this up. But let me double check my wiring, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're back. So we got this bolted in. Got some of this trim panel up in here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to reassemble this. So basically what you're going to do is put your put the rod down through there. Make sure that there's a flat on the plastic. Make sure that lines up with the slot on there. And then you want to put your spring in, and then you put the shifter knob on top. Now, whoever had this car before me hacked this all up, so I just trying to make it the best that it could be. And voila. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up putting this all together, and I'll show you guys the finished product then. Alright guys, so there you have it. So that's the installation of putting a new panel, HVAC panel, whatever you want to call it, into your C4. This is actually more specifically a 1985 Corvette. You're gonna need, I would highly recommend, let me go grab it here. I would highly recommend a needle nose pliers like this, even with a bend, if you can get one, because that's, unfortunately, it is so tight in there. That's probably the only way you're gonna get the big connectors all sorted out to pull out to get them on, and get them to latch on. I would recommend that, and a smaller flat screwdriver for when you take it apart. You can pop those the fingers off real gently when you take it apart. So it's all back together and ready to go. So that's it. That's it for the installation. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Notification bell. Just trying to make sure I hit all the points. You can check me out on Instagram on Big E Garage. Check me out there. I post some pictures and some weird humor stuff. Anyway, so watch out for each other. Take care of each other. We'll see you right here next time on Big E's Auto. Bye for now.